All right. It is May 27, Tuesday. It's the day after Memorial Day at a little after 8. I think I was like, oh, I recorded an update yesterday, and I never did. I tend to put it off if I can, typically. So at any rate, there's no sunshine. It's been raining the last few days. So Friday, I think, was the last bit of sunshine. There's not really been a lot of sunshine since. Yeah, it's Tuesday, and it's been gloom and doom. Well, not gloom and doom, but rainy and cloudy since Friday, or maybe even Saturday. So there's not been a lot of sunshine. Still on my cleanse. I'm probably gonna go till Saturday. Saturday is the end of the month. I feel like that's a good stopping point. I weighed this morning. I'm at 126. For reference, I've never been that small in my life. I've always been very curvy girl. So I don't really have a point of reference for this stage of my life. Like, I'm tiny. I'm in a size 2, and my 2s are loose. So I feel like I'm not going to buy anything in a size 0. So Saturday's a good stopping point. I had a smoothie this morning. It was green. Can't remember which one. It's not my normal. Normal is the veggie lemon ginger, but I didn't have that one this morning. It was green, but it wasn't the veggie lemon ginger. It's just a different one. And then later around lunchtime, I drank coconut water. 2 servings, 120 calories. I think the smoothie this morning was maybe 450 calories. I am at a deficit, mostly because of budget. And 2, your tummy is shrinking, so it cannot fit as much of anything. Like, I cannot. I have to sip all day, and I don't even want to. So that's not on my radar. Budgetary wise, the smoothies are kind of expensive because I don't make them at home. Because of current living situations and things of that nature. So I just buy one. It's fine. I'm not gonna die. I did, while I was at Sprouts, because I went to Sprouts today on lunch, and I got the coconut water that I had for lunch. Then I got some juices by Evolution and some smoothies by Remedy. I don't know if they're called smoothies or not. It's a company called Remedy. No, I put them in the trash. Okay, I thought maybe I had like an empty Remedy bottle still in the car, because I also had 2 on Sunday. Smoothie and 2 remedies on Sunday. No, not a smoothie. It wasn't a smoothie. Anyway, that's not the point. No, because okay. So Monday, I had a 32-ounce coconut water, and then I just drank water the rest of the day. And I had the coconut water about midday, around that 4 o'clock hour-ish, give or take. So it's technically closer to a water fast yesterday, Monday. So maybe it was Sunday that I had a smoothie and a remedy. And then I had a couple of juices day prior. Not a couple. I don't know. I don't even remember. I'm still fasting. I still haven't eaten anything. I'm getting excited about the fast being over. I can't wait to have this run in with a watermelon. Or I'd like to run into some grapes as well. And the smoothie this morning had pineapple. I've been craving pineapple lately. That's my mom's favorite fruit, by the way. Shout out to my mom, Melanie Lewis. That's my mom. My mom loves pineapple, so I've been craving pineapple. And sometimes, like when I was on SAD diet, I would eat whatever, like, you know your family so well, especially if you're really, really tight-knit. So, for example, at the time, 3+ years ago, whatever that was, if I missed my daughter, I would eat Chipotle because that was one of her favorite places to eat. Or I would eat somewhere where I know that person loves to eat. And not just because I missed them, like I would crave it because I was craving space with them. Same with my mom. When I miss my mom, I eat pizza. So I think, like, I miss my mom. I do like pineapple though, but I'm not a big pizza fan. So I would be messing it up. I would be messing it up when I miss my mom. I would have pizza. Lots of it too. But I'm vegan now. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe my body just needs pineapple. Could be that. But it's my mom's favorite fruit. This is the start of the 3rd week of 1st grade. So new job. Oh, wait. Before I get to that, let me backtrack. So, what was I going to say? Oh. So, I remember I told you guys I was drinking the peanut butter. Lord have mercy. The peanut butter smoothies with the blueberries. Brain fart. I said it in my head, but not out loud. And if I'm honest, so accidentally, when I was going vegan, especially around Christmas time, my mom, who knows me, because I ate sad American diet, but I ate kind of decent even then. So my mom, when I first went vegan, I feel like it was that first year even, around Christmas time, she bought me the little bougie nuts from the Swiss company, the red tin, with the red tin with the nuts in it. So she got me some cashews. I think it might have even been some walnuts, maybe some pecans. Pecans are my favorite, but they're not the most nutritionally dense. Just, you know, an assortment of nuts, not peanuts, because I don't like peanuts unless they're smothered or slathered in something. But I don't really just deal with like just straight peanuts. And I do like peanut butter, like the caveat of people with weird preferences kind of thing. So, but at the time, budget was kind of snug at the time, then too as well. But I was eating the nuts, so some of them were salted, some of them were lightly salted, and I didn't mess with them that much. So what I did was, there were some that were unsalted, there were some that were lightly salted, and there were some that were just regular salted. So what I did was, I rinsed off the ones that were over salted, like normal salt. It wasn't overly salted, but normal salted. I just rinsed them off. And then I left the ones that were lightly salted. I didn't do anything to those. And then obviously the ones that were raw with nothing, I didn't do anything to those. So after I rinsed the ones that were just regular salted, I put them in the oven to like dry them off and kind of roast them a little bit. I had no idea what I was doing. I don't even know if I got it to an actual roasting temperature. Please keep that in mind because I was just freestyling. So at that time, and then I had like a ton of bananas for some reason. And it might have been a purchase. I don't remember anybody giving me anything, so I'm going to go with purchase. Like maybe I was in a banana mood. And every day I would just nibble on nuts and eat a few banana, or eat a banana, nibble on some more nuts and eat a banana, just all day long. And then I felt my body burning calories. So without knowing or without having to measure, I'm sure I threw my body into ketosis because I was burning so many calories. Like I would get up the next day, it would feel like I lost like 5 pounds, and I probably lost about 3, but 3 pounds in a day is a lot, you know. You know, maybe a little bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying. So the peanut butter smoothies, I was adding almond butter to it too. And then I was, you know, throwing in fruit. One of them I had blueberries and acai. So I had that thrown in there, and I'm pretty sure the same thing happened. I'm pretty sure I was in ketosis again. Because I had been on, give or take, because I burned a lot of calories at work. So I had my full shifts at work this weekend at said giant retailer. So it was either 2:30 to close. So, you know, a pretty good shift. I don't get off until 11:30. So, you know, not 10 hours or anything, but I burn a lot of calories when I'm at work. I'm exerting just energy, just being abnormally extroverted because I'm introverted naturally. And I think that kind of takes a toll on like your body having to work muscles that it doesn't normally, because I'm not extroverted. People think I am, but I am not. I am not. But so exerting the energy of extroversion with all the customers and all the things, just a lot of energy, and then the physical portion of it. So it's a lot. So I was getting the peanut butter, and I probably have them for like 2, 3, 4 days in a row, somewhere in there, right? I could probably look at my history and see, but I don't know. At any rate, I'm pretty sure I was in ketosis again, because I woke up one morning and I felt so light. I felt so light. The only thing is, before I went vegan, I was having issues with my kidneys. I think I was somewhere close to stage 3, stage 4. If I ever figure out how to work this thing, I'll show you guys, because it's in the portal. If you go to the doctor and it's any part of any health network, you can see the results. So the first time I tested, when I first went back to the doctor, I was probably about stage 4. Then she said, hey, let's retest, go home, hydrate, do all the things that you're supposed to do to hydrate, and then come back. And that only moved me up one stage. So let's say my levels were at stage 4, it only moved me up to stage 3. So it wasn't a drastic improvement from said A test to said B test. And again, if I'll have my daughter, I'll try to see if my daughter will teach me how to, like, I'll screenshot them and splice them so you can see them, because that's what happened. So then she was like, oh, it was my gynecologist. It wasn't even like my primary care. I was taking care of my cookie. But anyway, so she's like, hey, this is out of my scope. You need to get an appointment with primary care, because, you said you did all the things, and I swear I did. You said you did all the things, and this is not improving well enough for me to not be, taken aback by what's going on with your kidneys. Like they're failing. So you in a bad way. So from point A, I think I saw her maybe February. This was all last year, I believe. I'll get it done for you. Last year, so maybe February. No, not last year. A couple of years ago. Anyway, February, and I think she may have retested either March or April, because it wasn't that much time in between the two blood draws. And then again, she's a gynecologist, so it was out of her scope. So she was like, you need to make a appointment with primary care, and you need to do X, Y, and Z, and then There's also a lump in my breast, so I had to go get that checked out as well. That was the other reason why I went to the gynecologist first, to see what was going on with this lump. So she wrote the orders for me to get the mammogram, blah, 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 all the things. And then I went to primary care. So I think in February, March, then there was April, and then I think I went to primary care in May. But y'all will see when I figure out how to splice these results together. So 3 sets of results, so you can see the progression and the drastic progression. I bet it was drastic. So then I went to primary care. But at the time, I don't know if I had been fasting at the time or not. I do know that I did a Peculiar People cleanse. They're the people that, it was a 1-day detox. It was 1-day colon cleanse. It wasn't even like a full shebang, parasites, none of that. It was just, I think I did maybe one day colon cleanse, And the rest was maybe like fasting and tea and things of that nature. By the time I got to primary care, my kidneys had improved drastically. Like the doctor was like, I don't know what the big deal is. I don't know what she was, you know, you know. So, that there's that piece, and that's kind of was like, that was the wake up call for me. That was the confirmation that I was already going the right way. Like, you're already headed, do wherever you're supposed to be, you're already headed there. I was gonna say, wherever God has you headed, you're already headed there. But that's kind of was like the indicator, like, the lack of improvement from just, I think I was either vegan, vegetarian at the time, but it was still very, very new. I don't even think I was a year in. And if I'm being honest, I feel like my kidneys were in worse shape and I just didn't know because I hadn't been to the doctor in like a very long time. So I feel like I covered the ketosis thing. Yeah. No, I feel like that was very good. So now this cleanse or this fast, I feel like I was in ketosis on these smoothies with all this peanut butter and almond butter. Peanut butter, almond butter, and fruit and coconut water. And maybe like a little splash of that milk. It's the Cali milk. It's the one of the milks that doesn't have a lot of ingredients in it. And I only left the milk in there because in the app, it doesn't allow me to sub coconut water. In the app, it's very unfortunate. And I am not extroverted enough to want to make myself go in and order that way. So I just let them put the califorms in there. But I would have preferred to sub out the milk and put in the coconut water if I would have just went in and ordered that way. The other reason why I don't ever typically go in and order is because I always forget to tell them to pull out whatever sweetener that they put in the smoothies. So if I go to Nectar, I forget to tell them to take out the agave. And if I go to Smoothie King, they have sugar subs, I think Turbintino or something like that, and another sugar sub that I don't like. So when I'm in the app, I can just easily put no sugar substitute, no agave. It's just easier. So it's easier on me, and then it cuts down human interaction. Oh, Lord have mercy. Pray for me. So yeah, that's the only two things that I noticed. And I had enough energy for the day. So those smoothies are somewhere around 1050 to 1100, 1150 calories. And then I would just be drinking water. I drank spring water and drank a smoothie. I think the Sunday was the day that I had the peanut butter smoothie in the morning with the almond butter and the blueberries and all the things. And then I had 2 Remedy smoothies like throughout like the rest of the day. So one like for lunch and then one for dinner, and then water in between there. And I think the Remedies that I get is the one with it's pink, no artificial flavor, no artificial colors, and it's organic. So it's pink, and I think they have 20 grams a piece of protein. And that doesn't account for the protein that's in the smoothie, which is the peanut butter, the almond butter, and the vegan protein that's in there, including any other little bit of protein that the fruits contribute. So I'm pretty sure I was burning because I woke up and it felt like I just felt lighter, and I felt like I had worked out and I felt great. But again, I don't want to go hard on my kidneys because I know I just did a lot of work and a lot of fasting last year, a year before, to try and get that fixed. So, I heard about some tinctures and or teas that will help with that whole cleansing process, and so I'm probably gonna venture out there at some point this year. I'm hot and heavy after a honey bush tea. It's from Africa. So I looked that up. That's on my agenda of things to do. Right now I'm just planning on breaking my fast. So obviously eating watermelon for my fast. And watermelon. Oh, and then collecting like the supplements that I'm pretty sure I'm deficient in. So finding clean versions of those. Still haven't found a clean lip gloss. Not really working really hard on that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sleepy. So last night I didn't get that much sleep. And that's because, remember yesterday was water. I just had coconut water, which I think was like 240 calories. It was a 32 ounce and it was 4 servings in there. And I think they said it was like 60 calories a serving. So I knew I was going to wake up because the first time I fasted, I didn't know. Now, especially now, if I can, then I will drink like a small juice or a small, like a remedy, drink a remedy or a small juice or something before I go to bed, because your body is burning calories and it's hungry. And with my tummy not being able to fit as much because I've been on this fast for so long, I try to drink something like it's hungry all the time. I'd be drinking something all the time because it's this big and you're trying to get a little bit of juice in there, and then it burns it, and then you're ready to drink some more. I'm not drinking juice all day. I'm not doing that. I'm not interested in that. So, the last couple of times that I went to bed hungry, if you will, because I wasn't going to drink anything else, I got up in the middle of the night. So your body knows that when it's hungry, your body knows when you have enough energy or you've slept enough to restore your energy to hunt or to gather food, right? And this is even if your ancestry was not hunter-gatherer, like your body will wake up and be like, hey, we're hungry, it's time to eat. So last night, because I only had 240 calories yesterday from the coconut water, I woke up around midnight, and then I went back to sleep about an hour before I was supposed to get back up. So I think I slept from like 9 to about midnight, maybe 1 o'clock. I went to use the bathroom, and because you're vegan, your body is fine. I had a full day's worth of energy on 3 hours of sleep. I just don't know why people don't want to be vegan. Like, I'm not on any caffeine. So then, let's see, that 1 till about 3:30, I was just up. I could not sleep. Then I felt myself getting sleepy again, and I was like, it's time for me to go to work. So, and I try to get up about 4, 5, just because that's what helps me function my best. So I only got like another hour of sleep. So 9 till about 1, that's what we're gonna say. And then 3:30 till about 4:30. That's how much sleep I got last night. So I'm sleepy. But I did all day, awake, aware, present, cognizant, all the things. Copious, at work learning new things, which is a good time. I'm always having a good time if I'm learning. So, yeah. No, I'm sleepy. But I know me in days of old on Sad American diet, and by now I would have been asleep, and by now, because I don't like being 3 of my favorite things. So 2 out of 3, like if I'm hungry and sleepy, if I'm 2 out of 3 of my favorite things, it doesn't sit well. If I'm all 3 of them, it's worse. So the third one, that's my favorite thing. I can't do anything about that. So that's a thing. If you're vegan, you probably know. But anyway, can't do anything about that. The other two, which is sleep and eat, those are my other favorite things to do. Oh, Lord. So I can't be three. I can't be 3 for 3. If I am, because it makes me grumpy, I shut down. Because I don't grumpy at people and others. I'll just shut down. Because I know, like, I'm liable to say something slick and to somebody who has nothing to do with the reason why I'm sleepy and hungry. Like, they didn't do anything about that. So, I try to stay out of harm's way and at least take care of 2 of the 3 if I can, which is pretty easy. I got the smaller Evolutions today. They were 2 for $7 at Sprouts, and then the remedies were 2 for $6 at Sprouts. So I got a couple of those. So tomorrow I won't be on very many calories at all. After those 2, I'm gonna mix one of the juices with the psyllium husk tomorrow at work. That'll be the last, because I'm gonna save just a little bit to take to my girls' house, just in case they want to take an extra tablespoon of fiber, which they totally should. Like, their diets have barely any fiber. It's bad. But I did the same thing when I was their age. When I was 22, 23 years old, I ate the same way. My girls will be 22 and 23 in December. So I did the same thing. I ate the same way. I didn't know, fast forward 20 years later, I'd be vegan. I didn't know. But here we are. The beginning of the 3rd week of 1st grade. So yesterday was Memorial Day, which we were off for the holiday. So it's Tuesday. It's the 3rd week of 1st grade. And it's going well. Learning lots, getting very excited. That's about all I have to say about that. I don't have anything else. Let me see. What else? My tummy's hungry now, but I don't care. Like, I'm not drinking anything else. I'm sleepy and I'm going to sleep. I'm praying that I stay asleep and I get like a full night's rest, but we'll see. Because my tummy is wanting to growl. I think that's it. I did have a bowel movement today, which still is bizarre to me how I'm still having bowel movements 70 plus days into the fast. I'm probably gonna do a pelvic massage before I go to sleep. Yeah, that's just where you just rub your colon and your bowel area to make sure it's loosened up so it will come out. So if there's like old fecal matter that was stuck that's coming loose from being so well hydrated, that just kind of encourage that to break loose. And that's it. I'm gonna do that before bed. I did a little smoosh this morning, but it wasn't like concentrated. It was just a little smoosh. When I got out the shower this morning, I was lotioning up or putting on body butter, and I did a little very short pelvic massage. It wasn't full of anything. So I'll probably do that. I don't think I have anything else. That's it. That's the update. I think that's all. Yeah, that's it. Alrighty, you guys take care. Thank you for watching.